So today's once again I welcome all the attendees and the office associates and staff members for joining this our weekly webinar series on by the Ajmera Law Group. Every week we try to cover one topic. Either we do it ourselves or we have one of the speaker and talking about the various residency and citizenship program or an investment opportunity. So in today's topic, we're going to talk about the L1 visa, popularly also known as an intra-company transfer. So this L1 visa is means in USA, it's very popular as an L1 visa. So that means, but not only in USA, but also almost every country in the world, they have this intra-company transfer visa. So if you have an Indian company which is going to open up an office or a subsidiary in another country, and if you wish to transfer your employees from your home country, that means to India, to that new country, it is known as intra-company transfer of an employees. In USA, this is known as an L1 visa. Obviously, Mark will give a more detail about that. But very briefly, quickly, I'm going to say that if this is something like, you have to keep it in mind in what context Mr. Mark is going to talk about the L1 visa, that an Indian company is registering a company in USA as a subsidiary or an affiliated or a parent company. That company in USA provides a business plan and US company files a petition in USA for the executives or a manager capacity to transfer from India to USA on an L1 visa. Initially, it is given for a period of 1 year because it's a new company. Then it is extended for 2 years and it could be maximum up to 7 years. But before that, it is possibility to convert into a green card. L1 visa is also, it is important to show that the employee who is to be transferred from India to USA must be working for a company in India for a period of 1 year to in the last 3 years. Obviously must be capable of doing the job, and if the person is married, his wife and children under the 21, as an L2 dependent visa can be also included. This is known as the non-immigrant visa. If you go to this URL, you can find the information about the L1 visa, USA class from the US government department. So this is what it is all about, the L1 visa. It's called intra-company transfer. Some of the obvious advantage of L1 visa compared to the other category is E2 visa is that you have to, being an Indian citizen, you need to obtain the citizenship of another country. Could be Canada, could be Turkey, or it could be Grenada, which programs we have talked about during our expo. Whereas the L1 visa gives a direct access to United States. That's number one. Number two, unlike the EB5 visa, the L1 visa doesn't require a source of fund, or it doesn't require to show the detail of source of fund, which is a big advantage compared to the EB5 visa. So that is another advantage you have it. Also, it is possible to do the premium processing whereby you can do a very quick process. Before the EB5 became popular, obviously the L1 visa was the one of the most favored category to do it and to enter into in USA under the business visa. But over the period of time, the L1 visa is being misused by the lot of Indian companies and employees. That it was used to enter into the USA rather than doing a business. So when you are trying to do an L1 visa, you have to show that you are a businessman and trying to enter into the USA to do the business, not other way around, that okay, I want to come to America and that's why I'm applying for an L1 visa. So it is very important to understand that concept. And many a times the company in India, when they wish to go to USA and do business, they may not have a partner, they may not have a joint venture associates available to do the business, and particularly in a real estate industry, because there are a lot of companies in India in a real estate, they are interested in entering into a real estate market, but they are not in a position to do that one. So with that brief backgrounds, I will give this now presentation to Mark to give a detailed descriptions and the presentations about the L1 visa of USA. If you are a real estate developer company and if you try to do this, what this Mark company is doing, they are one of the first company in USA to come out with this concept of the real estate development connected with the L1 visa, which can convert into a green card. It is a very unique concept that they have devised, where you can become a partner with them in a new business, and over the period of time you can transfer, you can become a green card holder. So without taking much time, I'll ask Mark to do it. Once the Mark's presentation is finished, if you wish to have any question or answers, you can ask me in Gujarati, Hindi, English, whatever you feel comfortable to. You are more than welcome to do it. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. I'll stop sharing. Now you can share your screen and go ahead.
Thank you very much, Prashant. And good evening to everybody. Thank you for your time. Let me get my screen started here. Okay. So thank you once again, Prashant, and thank you all for your time, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk about what we are offering. We're obviously very proud to partner with Prashant and his team, and any questions that I can answer, he can obviously help you out with after this. This is also going to be a very brief presentation of what we do and how we do it. And should you require more information, I would love to take the opportunity to invite you to a personal one-on-one Zoom meeting with myself, our chairman, Johan, and any of the other Gibraltar team who needs to be there. We can take you through the step-by-step process. So this is just a general overview of our offering and what we're doing in the US, which is quite good. So without further ado, I'm going to take you a bit through the background of who the company is, where we're based in the US, why we're based there, obviously who our target market is, because the L1 is first and foremost, it's a business opportunity. What we are offering is a business opportunity, which falls into the L1 category, as Prashant said, which can lead to a green card. So it's a business investment, we would call it that, or business partnership with a pathway to immigration, which we find is quite exciting. And I'll go through it now. So who is Gibraltar Corporate Capital? We are a USA development company. We develop commercial property, residential property. We've done medical suites, shopping malls, housing estates. We are based in Palm Bay in Florida, and we obviously work out of Midrand in South Africa as well. We have a combined experience, really, really good, strong team with 150 years combined experience in property development. Obviously based in the US, but we have quite a bit of international development success as well. Our core focus at the moment is on assisted living developments, and this is something I'll talk a little bit about further on. And where we're focusing all of our energies now going forward is on the assisted living developments in the US. We have an EB5 approved project, but our focus is also on the L1 business investment with a pathway to immigration. One thing that we have to say up front with regards to any investment going into the US or business partnerships with foreigners in the US, these are all regulated by the SEC in the USA, which is the Securities and Exchange Commission. We are registered with them. They offer investor protection, they facilitate capital formation, and enforce federal security laws. So I'm sure there's an equivalent in India, but in the US, they regulate all forms of investment coming in. So that's before we're based in Florida. Now, Florida is a really, really good place to be. It's a great state. It's got a really, really good Moody's credit rating. They lead the nation in job creation. It's a very low probability of recession, and business confidence is really high in Florida. From a business perspective, for you guys who would be a business partner in a Florida-based business, quite important, there are no state taxes in Florida, and this obviously helps with dividends. There is federal tax, but there's no state taxes in Florida. They are very landlord-friendly in Florida. Most of the units we develop are for the rental market only, so we have to be able to evict non-paying tenants speedily, so we can refill their space. The GDP of Florida was $1.3 trillion last year. So it's a huge, huge, huge economy. They are the 5th largest economy in the US. And if they were a country on their own, they would be the 17th largest economy in the world. So it's a great, great, great state. It's also one of the largest states with the most inhabitants in the USA. So it's kind of why we're in Florida. There's obviously a lot more detail we can go into around why we're in Florida and the actual economies of Florida. As a quick overview, Florida's got 3 major economies. One is the Space Coast. And you may have seen Elon Musk recently launching from the Space Coast up to the International Space Station and returning a couple of days ago. It's a really, really big economy. Tourism is also massive in Florida. They have over 100 million visitors in 2018. So it's a huge tourist destination, both for Americans and the rest of the international market. And the retirement is also a massive economy in Florida. And this is the one that we really focus on. Just to put some numbers to it, as you can see, the retirees to Florida in 2018 were around about 85,000 retirees moved permanently to Florida. The second place was Arizona with 28,000. So you can see the levels and the levels of people retiring into Florida. The main reason that they retire to Florida is that a lot of them who live in the northern states of America gets really, really cold in winter. Florida's got an amazing climate, and the elderly look for a warmer, like a warmer climate for them to move to when they are old. So this creates a huge, huge, huge demand for independent living and assisted living, memory care, and obviously medical facilities in Florida, with a demand in Florida alone for an additional 60,000 new retirement units per annum, which is a huge, huge amount. And this puts obviously a lot of strain on the existing assisted living developers like ourselves. And this demand is truly, truly massive that we're all trying to meet. And this is the current demand. It is expected to grow over the next 20 to 25 years. So it's a great market. It's a great place to be. And this is all revolves around what people call the baby boomer economy. So the baby boomers in America, the guys between the age of 55 and about 75, 4,000 of them turn 85 every single day, and 10,000 turn 65 every day. And we believe, and so do many economists, that this is the most stable economy in the world, is the baby boomer economy. There's roughly 72 million retiring baby boomers, and they have an estimated 30 trillion in assets, and are the wealthiest generation by far ever. They make up 22.9% of the American population. They control 70% of America's disposable income. They still earn 47% of all income in the USA, and they stand to inherit another $15 trillion over the next 20 years from their parents. And they make up over 41% of consumer spending in the USA. So there's this large group. They've got a lot of wealth, and they need a place to spend it. They want to live in a warm climate. They want to live in a warm state. And Florida is the #1 choice for these baby boomers. So this is what we base a lot of our research on, is these baby boomers, where they're moving, how they're moving, what they're looking for when they're moving. And this determines the type of developments that we will take on, whether it be a larger assisted living facility or a smaller residential assisted living facility. And this growth is projected to continue for the next 25 years. And they say the next billionaires in the USA will come out of the assisted living markets. So it's a really, really good market. So that gives you a brief overview of why we're in Florida, what we're doing in Florida, and obviously who our customers are that we're aiming for through our assisted living facilities. So this specific business we're talking about today, the L1 to the green card process, this revolves around what we call our residential assisted living facilities. Now, what is a residential assisted living facility? It's for people who need help with daily care, but not as much as a nursing home provides. They're generally smaller units. They're generally standalone homes. Ours have between 4 and 6 rooms. If it's 4 rooms, it means 2 are double rooms. If it's 6 rooms, it means they're all single rooms, and this is in each home. So the facility is managed 24 hours by accredited staff. So obviously, it's deemed a medical facility. It has to be registered, and it has to have fully trained and accredited staff who run these facilities. It comes with full backup power, fire detection, and retardant systems. All meals are provided for on site, so someone cooks all the meals for our clients. All laundry and home care is attended to. things like trips to the shops, entertainment, doctors, all of that is taken care of by our in-house staff. They also, people in these residential assisted living facilities have access to our larger developments. And their facilities include things like they've got medical suites, gyms, restaurants, really small little B&Bs, sometimes a marina and that type of thing. So they have access to a lot of those facilities should they need it. And should they have to move out of their residential assisted living because they need high care or memory care, they can then move into one of our larger facilities and be taken care of. Our facilities also come fully furnished if so desired, or they can bring in their own furniture. So just very briefly on what a RAL is, and we call a RAL or residential assisted living facility. This is kind of our roll-up model, is what we're busy with at the moment. So as you can see, we look at setting up all these smaller residential assisted living facilities on the outside, and they would be around one of our larger developments in the middle here. So we have a large development we're busy with now called Harmony Landing. It's on the Indian River. It's really, really beautiful. It's a 148 bed assisted living facility and a 42-bed memory care facility. It comes with medical suites, it's got restaurants, it's got marinas, it's got a gym and all those nice amenities that you expect from a 5-star resort. And then around that, we have all of our residential assisted living facilities which feed into the larger facility here. So this is kind of our roll-up plan. This is what we're aiming to replicate initially all over the southern states in America. We also have a company called Live in Style, which you see up at the top here. Live in Style is basically if you guys all know what Airbnb is, it is the Airbnb or the Uber of assisted living facilities. I think we have over 20,000 facilities listed. And obviously ours are listed in prominent positions. It's also, we get a lot of our feedback on the rates, what is needed, what the demand is for these type of facilities. And we use that when we're deciding on what areas and locations to set up our developments, as well as rental rates, 1 or 2 bedrooms and all that type of thing. So it gives us a lot of information we fed through from our Living Style site. But this is the bigger picture of what you see in front of you. So should you partner with us, you'll be partnering on one of these residential assisted living facilities on the outside. These are actual pictures of the houses we develop. We've currently got about 36 homes under construction, most of which will be converted to be used as residential assisted living facilities. So now we get to the meat of what we're offering. So as I said before, this is a business investment with a pathway to a green card. So the business consists of 3 residential living facilities in Florida. Each facility will have between 4 and 6 rooms. As we said, fully managed in partnership with Gibraltar Corporate Capital. The initial investment is $750,000 from our partner. Our contribution is also $750,000 in equity and various other things like properties. Got a very low admin fee of only $10,000. Off of this, you would earn a salary because you have to be an employee in the company to qualify for your L1 and eventual green card. So you'll be earning a salary of about $60,000 per annum, as well as a profit share of 25%. The anticipated return is about 20.9% per annum, which equates to $184,000 per annum. This is in the first full operating year. It takes us 4 to 6 months to set up the facility. And in the full first operating year, you can expect your return to be around about $184,000. And this is not based on thumbsucks and business plans. This is based on actual live examples of residential assisted living facilities in and around Central Florida or Brevard County where we operate out of. You will have a 51% ownership in the operational company and a 25% ownership in the property company. The operational company obviously holds the operations of the facility, the property company holds the properties, and the property company rents off, the operations company rents off the property company, but you have shares in both companies. So it's quite an exciting opportunity. The returns are brilliant, and everyone always says to me, well, how can the returns be so high? And I say to them, this is not an investment where you're investing sums of money with a large corporation and you're getting paid your dividends. This is a business partnership. So you are a partner in the business, and as such, you will earn your salary and you will earn your profit share. The bonus being you obviously can apply for an L1 visa, and down the line we can convert that to an EB1 green card. Quite nice with regards to the investment here. It includes all the visa and green card applications. So we as the company, we apply for your L1 visa for yourself, your spouse, any children under the age of 21. That's included in the cost. And then we'll apply for your eventual green card down the line as well. After about 5 years, once you receive your permanent green card, you have the option of buying 100% of the operating company back from us. And we also will purchase back the investment from you should you not obtain your green card within 5 years. We pledge that. So I think all are very, very exciting. First and foremost, it's a business partnership. It's not an investment. You'll be partners in the business. And the bonus through all this is obviously you're able to immigrate to the US, or firstly move to the US and then eventually become a resident and then hopefully a citizen down the line. Prashant will talk more about obviously timelines and how things work, but he has touched on this. It takes 2 to 4 months for a normal L1 visa to be ready for you to move. If you pay a premium processing fee of $1,410, you can reduce the processing time to about 1 to 3 weeks. Currently, at the moment, the US is not accepting any L1 applications until January 2021. That's not a problem for us because, as I said, we need 4 to 6 months to set up the business. So the business and then obviously the visa and green card are two separate things. We need to set up the business first, so we can start immediately on the business side of things. It will take us 4 to 6 months to set that up and get it tenanted, and thereafter that'll take us to early next year. And as soon as that happens, we can then apply for your L1 green card and get you guys over there in 1 to 3 weeks or 2 to 4 months if we go the normal route. I won't get too much into this, but obviously eventually down the line, we as the company will apply for your EB1 visa, and you will then become a resident of the US. After living in the US for 5 years, you can apply to become a citizen of the country. A resident is pretty much like a citizen. You get your passport, you can travel in and out, you just can't vote. You're not considered a citizen. But after 5 years of permanently living in the US, you can become a citizen. When we say permanent living in the US, it doesn't mean you have to live there 12 months of the year. You just can't be out of the country for longer than 6 months at a time. So you have to pop back and forth should you not wish to live permanently in the country just yet. You just can't be out of the country for longer than a 6-month period. So we spoke about all of our smaller residential assisted living facilities which feed into our larger developments. This is Harmony Landing I mentioned earlier. It's a really, really beautiful site. It's at Palm Bay in the Indian River. It's an assisted living, memory care and medical facility. It's zoned and approved for 42 memory care beds and 148 assisted living beds. Once again, also professionally managed by credit experience assisted living experts, and we're developing this in 3 phases. There's a fully bonded or insured project. There's also EB5 approved project. It's really, really good. It comes with a whole lot of obviously market research and site plans and all of that, which is available to our partners. In the US, it's very important that you partner with the correct people when it comes to construction and management. So we're very proud partners to the Community Commercial Construction Group. They handle all of our large developments. They have got extensive experience throughout Florida and the southern states with regards to construction. They do malls, multi-story apartments, shopping centers, industrial commercial construction. They do a lot of stuff for NASA and various other high-ranking profile clients in the US. They handle construction. Most importantly, they are a fully bonded company, which means that they are fully insured for all developments up to $60 million US, which is quite important, meaning that whatever they construct, should anything go wrong, the insurers step in and ensure the project is finished. And then on the medical side, we partner with NFS. These guys are expert operational managers of medical facilities. They will train medical staff, they will place medical staff, they will manage medical staff, and they do that all for us, which is quite awesome. That's more on our Harmony Landing. As I said, these are residential homes. I think we've got about 36 under construction at the moment, and most of these will be converted into residential assisted living facilities. So that's a very very, very brief introduction to who we are, what we do, and how we do it. I'm sure there may be questions if everybody has any questions. Most, if not all, of the applications and legal work will come through our partners, Prashant and his team in the US. Obviously, they're really well versed in not only L1 visas, but many, many forms of immigration visas and green cards. And I welcome any questions, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mark.